Bitcoin is trying to do its best to hold above 88K. Certain things are pointing to a bounce towards 90K, but is this just going to be a short-term move up before more downside? Let's find out. Welcome back to Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Right now it's about 6:15 p.m. Eastern time, and the price of Bitcoin is currently at 88,197. Before we do the top-down analysis, I want to go over another winning trade that I gave you guys yesterday on the 15-minute chart. Left you guys here with a possible double bottom with a measured move taking us to about 87,961. Not only did we hit that measured move, but we went up as high as 88,860. So congratulations on whoever took that trade. This is a big win for the Flex Candle community. Quick heads up before we continue, I'm about to release the Flex Candle beginner course where I break down how to read candles, structure, indicators, and actually plan trades the right way. If you're interested, email me at flexcandle2025@gmail.com and just write, "I want the course." Anyone who emails me before the launch will get a 50% discount when it drops in the next week or two. All right, let's get back into the chart. Now let's head over to the weekly chart, and on the weekly chart, we're trying to see if we could get back above this 100 moving average. That's currently at $87,504. We currently are, but we still have 6 days and 1 hour before this candle closes. Yesterday, we ended up closing below the 100 moving average. As we can see here, we're still technically in this bear flag. We kind of broke below the bear flag. We're starting to make some of this measured move. This measured move takes us down to about 68K. It'll be important to see if we could bounce back up from here. If we take a look at the 3-day chart, we are currently below the 21 and the 200 moving average. This candle closes in a day and 1 hour. If we lose this 200 moving average and we already lost the 200 moving average and we continue to close candles underneath, this just gets weaker and shows that we probably are going to have more downside. We have this wick taking us down to about $80,888. It's possible we go back and revisit one of these wicks to test it. The stochastics are toppy. We are on the way down here. Now on the daily chart, yesterday I gave you guys a possible head and shoulder pattern, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. This measured move takes us down to about 77K and change. And as you guys can see here, we already closed a candle below the bear flag. Now we're starting to get a green candle. The stochastics are on the way down. Could we get tweezer bottoms here and make our way back into this pattern? We will have to see if we don't get rejected from this 21 moving average at $91,705. What we would want to do is get above this 100 moving average at $94,641 and then make our way to this 200 moving average. Now let's go back to the weekly for a second. I've been telling you guys I have a theory that we're probably not going to go and test this 50 moving average like we usually do in a bear market until the 50 moving average is below 100K. And as we take a look here, the 50 moving average is currently at 100,994. So we might still go sideways another week or two and then possibly go and test that 50 moving average once that's below 100K, and then maybe from there we can make the move back down, or let's see if we could get back above that 50 moving average and all of a sudden we'll get surprised and make a move up. Obviously the probability is more towards the downside. Now let's go to the 22-hour chart. Certain time frames are looking pretty good with the Stochastic RSI. We can see here that we're on the way up here on the 22-hour chart. This could make us go to about the 21 moving average. That's at 90,682, but will we roll over from there? This head and shoulder pattern would still be in play unless we could get back above this 200 moving average and in reality get back above 98K. Take a look at the 8-hour chart. Stochastics are also on the way up, but we're having some resistance here on the 200 and the 21 moving average. That's currently at 89,161. On the 4-hour chart, I'm not liking that. Not only did we have resistance here on this 200 moving average, but now all of a sudden we have a lot of resistance on this 21 moving average at 88,621. Stochastics are toppy here. We have a couple of wicks showing that we can't get back above this 21 moving average. We would have to get above this 21 and this, especially this 200 moving average, to try to be somewhat bullish before we roll over. That way when we roll over, then we could use this as support. Now something that could possibly happen, is too early to tell, is maybe this is an inverted head and shoulder where this is the left shoulder, this is the head, but we will have to make it to the 50 moving average at 89,910. Let's call it 90,000. Then then roll over, make the right shoulder, and then from there we could blast back up. Now on the 1 hour chart, we see that we were on the way down. All of a sudden we double bottomed here halfway. We are above the 21 moving average. It's looking like we could make a move towards this 200 moving average. See here in the VRVP, there's a big gap here, so we could easily make a move back up. The RSI is also above 50. That's also good, but will we get stopped here at 89,950? This is another thing that's showing us that maybe we can make it to 90k, but there's heavy resistance there. Just because we make it to 90k does not mean we'll keep on going. We could definitely continue to roll over. On the 15-minute chart, stochastics are getting toppy. This is looking good because we're getting above the 200 moving average, but look, we got above here and we got rejected. We got above here, we got rejected. This is showing me signs of how the 4-hour chart used to look, where we couldn't get back above the 200 moving average. Now, when this stochastics reset, if we could still stay above the 200 moving average, then that's a good sign that we can make our way up towards 90k. If we lose this 200 moving average and the 21 moving average, then we're probably going to have more downside. Now I'm looking at this, and this is also kind of looking like a diamond pattern, and if this is a diamond pattern, it's going to break down the way it came in. So we came in from the bottom, then it's probably going to come out the bottom, and then this would actually be bearish. So let's see what ends up happening. If we can't stay above this 200 moving average, I could see this playing out. This measured move could take us back down to about 86k. As I'm talking right now, we are making a big green candle here, but again, we made it all the way up as high as 88,800, so we could still make it up there. Could this be also a possible uneven double bottom that could take us up as well? Still, if we do go up, I do see us with massive resistance at 90k, so I'm still favoring more downside. I wouldn't be again surprised if we do make it to 90k, but from there I think that we might reject. Also keep in mind, Jerome Powell is speaking in about 2 days. Markets are going to get very volatile today, tomorrow, and also on Wednesday, and based on what he says, we already know that's going to dictate where the market goes. All right guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe, and if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.